Hey guys, got a little short studio update for you. So, the Realms of Battle are almost finished at this point. I have completely painted both the forest and jungle board, which the jungle board is laying out right here. Just to show off a little bit of the overgrowth that I've done in there. I did some green washes on various points. And then I also added in some water effects. I'm probably going to do another layer of water effects on this after this update, because they have dried and they need another layer. I'm actually tempted to do the second layer of water effects after I do the flocking, but I'm just going to do a little bit of a pan. Sorry about the bright light. Really looking forward to our expansion. We're going to have our presentation table well lit and in controlled lighting. As you can see, this turned out really nicely. We'll just pan over here to this tile. And I did all of the areas where I think that water could basically flow to, and filled those with the green wash to kind of represent almost like an algae. Doesn't show up very well because of the sunlight, but as you can see, it turned out pretty nice. Now, I don't have all of the forest tiles. It's currently out because, I have limited space at the moment, but this is also to show you a bit of a difference. The darker, deeper forest feel that this has going on. It's a little starker. I think that the black washes turned out really well, darkening the gray a little bit. And you can also see where the black wash, did tint it in some areas a little bit more than I wanted. But that's going to get covered with flock and blended in very well, so that's not a terribly huge issue. And then let's see, behind that one is then this right here. I really like how the skulls turned out on these little pits. Just little simple black wash over top of the skulls after I picked out the skulls with a pale sand, which is actually the same final highlight that I did on everything. And then we'll just step out into the studio, but first actually I'll show you this. So these realms are going to be going out before the actual terrain for the bearded dragon. This is some sketches I've been doing for a massive castle display piece that they're also going to be getting. So one thing I'm getting into is LEDs. LED lighting is going to be a thing that we're going to start doing. I've got a bunch of green LEDs for this project and a Necron project. What we're going to have is I've got an undead dragon kit by GW that I'm going to be putting in a set of column sort of ruin things underneath the cliff that I'm going to build up. This sucker is going to be huge. It's probably going to be at least 2.5 to 3 feet tall, and the base will at least be the size of one of these Realms of Battle, more than likely. And I'm going to start up more sketch work on that here in the next day or so. But let's go ahead and go outside to the studio. I like it when we don't have to go outside of the studio and the studio's all in one spot. And then we also, during, when it gets hotter during the summer, right now it's wonderful weather. I mean, I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt right now, and the weather is just wonderful out here today. But here is the snowboards. So I just finished the final like overspray on the snowboards. What I did is started with a gray base. Then I used this, it's like this sky blue color that you see right there. I airbrushed that on in sort of like in an overspray pattern. Not, enough to cover entire areas, but enough to catch it from one direction so that you could kind of see, maybe the snow flying one direction. Then after that, I hit it with a white spray. I've just been letting that dry for a few minutes while I did this update. So it gets a nice blend of stark grays to blues to whites, of ice and so on and so forth. What I'm going to go in and do next is I'm going to go in and dry brush up the rocks to give them a little bit more pop and detail. Not a terribly huge amount, because this is a snowboard, and you don't want the rocks to overpower the whiteness. So I'm probably just going to do a very, very light couple of dry brushes on these rocks, and then after that I'll go in and I will do crackle effects to create ice all over the place. One area that I also made sure to really do that on was I wanted to get a lot of the blues in these skull piles. So I will probably go back and do another wash in these areas with a sort of, I'm not sure, I'm thinking a bright blue to kind of make that really pop, because then these are going to get covered in the crackle medium so that you can't really truly see the skulls unless you're looking through the ice effects. It'll be a very thick crackle medium. If you're not familiar with crackle medium, if you pour it in extremely thick amounts, it will dry in such a way as to create really, really cool ice effects. If you go back and check out some pictures on our website of the Nurgle Winter Demon board, that one had a lot of cool ice effects on it. That was a big learning experience for me. I'm using a slightly different brand this time around, but it turned out really nice. So as you can see, these boards are going to look amazing once they're done. So I'll get a finished update on that all for you a little bit later. Also, something else to let you know. We're going to be opening up painting services soon. I'm currently in the process of, these are some projects some of my guys have been, kind of working on. It's sort of like a little bit of a team effort. We've just been doing it about once a week now to kind of see if, the guys are interested in coming in and doing that. I'm still currently talking to see which ones want to actually come on as painters, so that's going to be something that I'm going to be sort of setting up. But I'll be putting up a level system here in the next couple of weeks once we're fully caught up with terrain. So anyway, guys, take care. Thanks for watching, and as always, remember to like, share, and subscribe.